It is Bailey Day on the Roula and Ryan Show. Bailey is an amazing dog who has served many, many years at Texas Children's Hospital, comforting children in their time of need.
And their siblings and their families. Bailey is part of the Positive Play program. We met Bailey when we were doing our Houston's Little Heroes broadcast as we were raising money for Texas Children's Hospital. Today we are raising money for the Positive Play program to bring more dogs like Bailey to the different campuses of Texas Children's to help the patients and their siblings and their whole families get through whatever it is that they're battling. And we welcome Adair, Bailey's mama, and Bailey to the Roula and Ryan Show. Hi,
Adair. Good morning.
Look at us having you in our environment, not yours.
Yeah, I know. It's so exciting.
Isn't it so different, Adair?
It is.
So Adair has been on our show before when we were at Texas Children's Hospital, and I call you Bailey's mama because Bailey goes home with you every night, even though she has a very important job at the hospital.
She does. I get identified as Bailey's mom. I call myself a momager of my facility dog. But yes, we have such great important roles at the hospital, and I am very proud and happy to have the title as Bailey's mom.
It's so exciting, and it's her retirement today, as Bailey has given how many years of service to the hospital?
She has served with me for 6.5 years, and we have had over 1,500 patient encounters, and that's just what's documented, not even hallway visits, lobbies, parents coming up, group events, things of that sort. So our facility dogs meet so many people over the lifespan of their working life and just impact so many people.
Now, what is the emotional toll it takes on this dog? Like, in other words, she is just so sweet, so beautiful, and just so loving. But I would imagine every single day when you get home, I mean, does it take a toll on her?
I think it definitely affects all of our dogs very differently. All of our dogs have different personalities, temperaments, but what they really love is coming to work, serving their purpose. They are so great at meeting these patients and families where they're at, given the many various circumstances. But Bailey definitely sleeps in the car the moment she hops in the morning, all the way to work. I have to wake her up. She looks at me like, well, that was rude.
And she's just on when she gets there?
So when we put their vest on, they know, okay, this is work mode. And that's how they're trained. They're trained with vests. They're trained in environments that are going to be very similar to what they're working in full time. And then when we leave work, she's like, great, Mom, let's go. If I unhook her leash, she knows exactly where to leave our office. She knows where the parking garage is. Like, she's an independent girl. I don't have to hold her leash. She can walk me all the way through.
Is she rambunctious, Adair? Like, when you take the vest off and she knows work mode is off, is she like a quote, regular playful dog, or no?
I think our dogs know when to be playful. When we walk out of work, we go down these 2 long bridges to the parking garage, and that's normally where we will unhook their leash and let them just run because it's an employee bridge. So we know that they're safe and they're enclosed and they're not going to run into anybody, or there's no escape routes or things like that.
Right.
So when we get on that bridge, they tend to get a little more spunky, a little more excited. And they're like, it's the end of the day. Yeah. But then on the flip side, when we're coming into work, she's like making a beeline. She's like, okay, Mom, like, no time to waste. Let's go to the office. I know where my water is. I know where my friends are, and I'm ready to start my day.
So today's Bailey Day here on the Roula and Ryan Show, and all day on KRBE. And we have a special text number for you guys to donate to help raise funds for the Positive Play program, which raised Bailey, basically. The number is 51555. You're going to text the letters KRBE to 51555, and that helps raise money for the grooming care expenses, veterinary care, the specialized child life handler. It costs about $800,000 to cover the costs of the working life of a dog like Bailey, which is 5 to 7 years. And today is Bailey's retirement day, and she's going to be your personal child now for baby, but you're going to meet a new one on Monday, right?
Yes.
That has been trained.
So when a handler is deciding when their dog is getting towards the end of their work life, a lot of people ask us, well, how do you know they're ready to retire? Like, what do they tell you? What are the things? And I think one thing people probably know but don't always understand is that we are with these dogs 24/7. From the minute I wake up to the minute I go to sleep, Bailey is constantly with me, as the same as all of our other facility dogs and handlers. They know their dogs like the back of their hand. So there could be little things of like, oh, Bailey's back leg slipped on this, or she puts her 2 front paws up in the car and then looks back at me like, "You gonna help me? I don't want to jump up in this car
slower,
today."
you can tell, like,
Yeah.
Is there ever a day off? Do they ever like get sick or hurt?
Yeah. So, well, for instance, Bailey once a year gets her teeth cleaned. And just like our patients, it's actually a great way for me to segue into working and relating to patients. Bailey has to go under general anesthesia when she gets her teeth cleaned. She has to get a little part of her paw shaved. She has to get an IV too. And my patients are just like, wait, Bailey had to get poked. Bailey had to have the little straw. So we do like a whole prep and understanding of, when working with kids and explaining to them what's going on. And so they're like, okay, Bailey had to do this. Okay, I can do this.
Yeah.
But Bailey doesn't always, she needs a little bit more time to recover after general anesthesia just because she's older. So we usually take a couple days off afterwards.
Okay.
But I explain that to my patients and I tell them what's going on and we prep them. And they're like, okay, so when I wake up from surgery or after I have things, I'm like, yeah, but Bailey needs time to rest and recover and it's important to heal. And so then they get to relate as well.
Okay, so that's really amazing because she has that same experience and the kids can relate. So if you're just tuning into the Roula and Ryan show, you're hearing the voice of Adair. Adair works with Texas Children's Hospital. She is one of the dog moms of the Positive Play program. She's going to be Bailey's forever mama, but she is the one that we met when we met Bailey a couple of years ago doing our Houston's Little Heroes live broadcast. And she is the one that takes Bailey around to the different patient rooms to help them because she's a facility animal. And there are many dogs in this Positive Play program. Now, real quick, we do have somebody that I want to get on the phone for you, Adair, because I think this is a perfect tie-in as you're talking about all the different families that Bailey has met. Crystal is standing by. She met Bailey in 2019. Hi, Crystal. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi there.
Good
Now,
morning.
tell us your story of how you met Bailey. It was your child or somebody in your family?
It was my nephew,
Okay. What was your nephew's name? What's your nephew's name?
Damien.
Damien. So tell us the story of Bailey and Damien.
I cannot say enough good things about these dogs. They are such special creatures. And I saw, and my sister would tell me, at first it was Elsa, which I believe she retired as well.
Elsa was
and then
one
Bailey.
Of those. Okay, yes.
Yes. And so, they get poked a lot, these kiddos. And a lot of the times, once my nephew would see, some certain things, he knew he was about to get poked. And it would he hated it.
What was he there
hated
for,
it.
Crystal? How old was your nephew at the time, and what was he there for?
He was diagnosed with medulloblastoma, which is brain cancer.
God bless him.
And he was 5.
He was 5.
Yes.
Oh, God bless
And
him.
so, at the time he was 4. And so my sister would always tell him, like, hey, we're going to go see Elsa. We're going to go see Bailey. And I remember when it was time for him to ring the bell because he had finished his treatment. That day, I think he just got overwhelmed and he didn't want to deal with, there was so many of us there. And he was cranky pants that day. And here comes Bailey, and she came in pajamas, and I think it was Adair. They were in matching pajamas.
Oh, so cute.
And so Damien, I mean, that's all he saw. And he was petting Bailey, and it lifted his spirits, and it got him in such a better mood. And he was, okay, let's ring the bell. Let's, take the pictures. And it put him in such a better mood. But these dogs, they are so amazing to these kiddos. The ability that they have to better their mood and to put them in a mental space to where, okay, I need to do this. And it was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. And we have so many pictures they would dress the dogs up like superheroes, and the kiddos would get superhero masks and capes.
So you've seen it firsthand, that's for sure.
Yes, and it was,
So tell us what happened with Damien. I know that brain cancer is not something that many children can overcome. How much time was Damien at Texas Children's, Crystal?
He was diagnosed in 2019, and then he rang the bell December 2019, and he's forever 5.
Forever 5. God bless Damien. Oh, man, Crystal, that little Damien,
sorry for
little
your loss.
Bailey. So sweet, but you've seen these stories 1,000 times over, Adair, haven't you?
I have.
Gosh,
and it's
Crystal.
stuff that I love working with, and I love getting the honor of getting to meet these patients and families and spend whatever time we get to with them.
Crystal, thank you so much for
You know,
sharing the story of Damien and Bailey's time with
They are
Damien.
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome dogs, and they deserve to retire and just
Enjoy
live their
life.
best lives because of what they contributed to these kids, and not only to just the kids, but to the siblings and to, you know, like my sister who had to take my nephew all the time. Like that's what she would at times count on to, you know, come on, Damien, we got to do this. Because, you know, these kiddos, they don't really have much of a say.
Right.
And so here, you know, comes they've become friends, you know, who's also gets poked, and they're Adair, y'all are amazing. Amazing. And
if everybody
I just can't
listening
say
right
anything
now,
enough.
if everybody
Thank you.
listening right now, it could just be a few dollars. 51555. Text KRBE. You immediately get a link to make a donation. And if just everybody listening to the Roula and Ryan show right now, just say just $5.
I know. It's
In honor of
that's
Damien,
what we're here for.
five forever.
I
Yeah.
know,
Girl, $5
forever
right there.
five. Forever five. Crystal, thank you so much for sharing the story of your sweet nephew, Damien. God bless him, rest his soul. And that is what we're here for today, to celebrate Bailey's service to so many families. And Adair, what you have meant to so many families. And
You're part of the team with Bailey. You know, everyone says Bailey, but you're there. With
the whole
Bailey.
Positive Play program. So somebody's asking on text, Adair, can you please ask Adair to share what a child life specialist is?
Definitely. So a child life specialist is a medical trained professional that really, in the easiest way to describe, focuses on children and where they're at within the hospital setting. We have doctors focusing on diseases and nurses focusing on all the daily medications administration and things of that sort. But what I love about my job is I'm focusing on the child for being a child and where they are developmentally, how they're understanding the hospital, how they're coping, what can we do to better explain things. Because when you don't understand stuff, it's scary.
Sure.
But when you can understand it in a way that their different ages and brain capacities can fully take in the information and to feel confident and empowered by it, then they feel like they can achieve more. They feel like they understand what's happening. Then they know what is to come. We do a lot of coping. We do a lot of preparation. We do distraction. I love Bailey so much in this sense because I incorporate her into everything. She's my greatest tool to use. We do medical play, we have like a little Fisher Price medical kit. So Bailey will get her blood pressure taken or pretend pokes or medication administered. And
Right.
when kids can repeat actions that they're seeing the same way at schools, you see little play kitchens or play tool sets.
Yeah,
and they
learning
want
through play.
Learning through play. But why not? What is preventing us from bringing that into the hospital?
Right.
Nothing. And that's my job, is to help them to overcome these fears, to feel that sense of mastery.
How long has the program been around?
So Positive Play has been around since 2016, but Child Life at Texas Children's has been around for over 30 years.
Oh,
Which
wow.
is so fantastic because when I was a child, I was in a terrible car accident and I was in a hospital that was super sterile. There was nothing to make me feel not be scared. It was terrible. And now that I'm a mom and my little kids have been in the hospital, unfortunately, for different things, especially my son, he was sick for a long time. And I didn't talk about that on the air, but he was sick for a long time at Texas Children's, and we'd go in and out. And the things that y'all did to make him comfortable, Adair, outside of the Positive Play program, just a child life specialist. I mean, they would ask me, what's he into? What's he into? PJ Masks, or what's he into? Bluey, what is he into? And they would bring that stuff, and he would be distracted while they're giving him an IV, or he'd be distracted while they're trying to figure out what's going on with his system. The things that Texas Children's does is a gift on this earth. And I know there are many children's hospitals, and we focus on Texas Children's Hospital, but this program, on top of all you child life specialists, I mean, you are angels walking this earth for a family of a mama heart that is heart sick over her child being sick. So
You're definitely a different breed. Once again,
you guys have me turned upside down
that
today.
text number is 51555, and you text that number, KRBE. You immediately get a little link. I'll throw a challenge out there right now. Let's see if we got anybody that's got some big bucks right now. Somebody want to donate $500. I promise you I'll match it right now.
Right now.
Right now.